Hello, everyone, and welcome to this month's Q&A session. It's been 2 months since we've been.
That's ages,
together now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I did the last one live from Nepal.
Did you manage all right?
I managed all right.
Good.
And you were flying back from Nepal.
I was. To go out to the Sahara.
Sahara. So, we've had a busy month.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Great groups.
So, Dave, since you last were on, you've done the Annapurna circuit. I've done Annapurna base camp, and then you've just come back this week the weekend from the Sahara Desert Trek.
Living the dream.
So it's been a busy few weeks for us, but it's been a busy few weeks as well with lots of clients around here, there, and everywhere. I'm just going to quickly, Tom, can you switch the view on Instagram because you can't see me or Dave in it? It's kind of squashed us. I'm looking at it on Facebook, but if you are watching on Instagram, then you can only see our shoulders. You can't actually see us, and I don't want to get that close today for the thing. So I don't know if you can switch that somehow so actually people can see us. That would be amazing. And then what else has been going on? We've had a group out in Sri Lanka for our Trailblazer Sri Lanka trip. That was incredible. There we go. We've gone back to normal view now. I think that should work. Hopefully that should work for everybody. So Sri Lanka Trailblazer trip. Everyone loved that trip. They said how absolutely amazing it was, and they all had an amazing time on that one. We've got a group out in Vietnam, Cambodia at the minute. They're almost finished. They're heading to Angkor Wat tomorrow. They're heading to Angkor Wat. So they're looking forward to that one. And then what else have we had? We've just had a Gokyo group, Everest Base Camp Gokyo group. I think they're back in Lukla this evening, hopefully waiting to fly back to Kathmandu tomorrow. And then we've had another Everest Base Camp group as well. How was your Annapurna Base Camp trek?
Annapurna circuit.
Sorry, I did Base Camp.
Again, a lovely group. Everybody just so strong, and on the hard day, not one complaint. Everyone just dug deep for that. We did a really sort of tough, hard day, but everyone just got so much from it. I know that from what I've been told afterwards. And as we were going along, I was pointing out some cultural things, and people going, "Yeah, okay." And I was thinking, "Oh, they're not really taking it in." Yet when we got to the end, the first things they said to me, all the different things we saw were those Hindus that were doing this and doing that, and the Buddhists, and that's great for me as well. We're not just in Nepal climbing the mountains, but we're actually learning about the people and how they live, and it's just fantastic.
Rowena Marsh just said hello to both of us. Rowena has just come back from the Sahara Desert with Dave.
Oh, right.
Don't tell those stories, Dave.
No.
She's watching.
Rowena, I won't say.
So I went out and did the Annapurna Base Camp trek. I literally landed. We had one night together in Kathmandu. You flew back, and then I headed out. It's been 20 years since I did the Annapurna Base Camp trek, and it was very different.
Was it?
Yeah, it was very different.
Tell me why.
Well, obviously we had the cyclone come through.
Yes.
When we were there. I mean, a couple of points, and I think you'll agree with this from Annapurna circuit, is it's definitely not as commercial as Everest Base Camp. The villages and everything are still kind of
people living there.
Not
just running the tea houses and going away.
Yeah. But the biggest surprise for me was when you do Everest Base Camp, there is a lot of Westerners. Like it's Europeans, British, Americans, Australians. When we was trekking Annapurna Base Camp, there was very few Europeans on it. There was a lot more Asians, so a lot more Indians, local people from Nepal. Yeah. There was a lot of people from Singapore. Obviously, I was there. Well, we arrived just as Diwali was happening, so we were in the holiday season. So that might have been the reason as well. But obviously, we were there for the cyclone. We had beautiful blue skies all the way up until we got to Machu Picchu base camp.
Yes, beautiful mountain.
It's stunning. And then they said the weather's coming in tonight, and we were kind of like, okay, where's the signs for this? Like, we haven't seen anything.
No.
And then we literally got up in the morning to complete snow covering overnight. Yeah. Where we were, I would say it was kind of sleeting a little bit. And we sort of like, and the problem is when you get up to Annapurna base camp, and we were supposed to be staying there for the night.
Yes.
And the problem up there is, you know, it's a bit like the Toopkal Refuge. Like there isn't, you know, you're not in twin rooms.
No. Dormitory
you're in dormitory style. Yeah. And I was kind of like, you know, we're going to get up there soaking wet, cold. Do we really want to be spending the night up there? You know, and also as well, the forecast was like that for a couple of days. So it wasn't as if we were going to then be waking up to beautiful blue skies to see the views. So I made the decision with the local guides that, you know, we would head up to base camp.
Yeah.
Don't take any of our kit up with us. Literally up we go. It's supposed to be about a 2-hour walk from Machu Picchu base camp up to ABC. Get the photos at the sign.
Yeah.
Turn around, come straight back down again. And then the plan was then, because we were still in kind of larger rooms in Machu Picchu. I mean, all of our group were in one room. We didn't have anyone else joining us. It was just our group. But I was kind of like, there's no room in here. If we all come back soaking wet, we're not going to dry anything. No. Let's just head down and get to somewhere where the rooms are bigger. Yeah. Like we'll have a bit more space, more comfortable. So that was the plan. As we were going up to Annapurna base camp, obviously everybody who had stayed up there the night before was walking down. And there were people walking past us. Bearing in mind, it is full on blizzard. Like the slush is, 20, 30 centimeters of slush you're walking through. Like I didn't really have great boots.
No.
Mine was soaking wet by the end of it. I didn't have mountaineering boots for that. And there was people walking down with no waterproofs on. We saw people walking down with flip-flops in socks, like sliders in socks.
Yeah.
And, and in the end, they obviously closed the whole of the trail.
Yes.
And you could see why they did it. It was because of the amount of unprepared people on the trek. Like obviously all our, my guys, all our waterproofs.
We have it.
They were fine. But you could see why they did close it. I mean, there was people at Machu Picchu base camp who were like contemplating going to Annapurna base camp, no waterproofs. Like, they just had a pair of trekking trainers on.
Let's go and get exposure.
Yeah. So it was brilliant trek. Loved it.
Yeah. But you had a challenge in it.
But it was
okay. And we have to adapt, don't we, to challenges like that all the time, really.
Yeah. And it was, everyone loved the trip. I think the advantages of Annapurna base camp over Everest base camp or Annapurna circuit is obviously the lower altitude.
Yes, of course.
You're only going up to 4,400 meters.
You're not fighting for air. So
much. And then obviously you're getting there, turning around and coming back again. So you lose the altitude really quickly as well. There's a lot of steps on that trek, a lot of steps. And, the paths are all really good, but, I think there was some tough days of steps on it. It's still not an easy walk.
No. But knee bashing as well.
A knee bashing, on the way back down, proper knee bashing. And I think, you know, the other advantage to it is obviously it is shorter. You know, you can pretty much do an Annapurna base camp trek in a 2-week holiday period.
Yes.
Whereas obviously circuit and Everest base camp, you're pushing out to nearly 3 weeks.
You are really with the traveling as well.
So, you know, I think if you're short on time, you want to go trekking in the Himalayas, you don't want it to be so commercial. And obviously the biggest advantage of, well, Annapurna circuit or base camp is the fact that you can get the, you know, you don't have to fly back.
No.
It's easy to drive back. You know, and you're not going to be stuck there
like an airport somewhere,
like you are on potentially with
with the
base
weather,
camp with the weather.
And
obviously that cyclone was, you know, unprecedented. You know, they
unexpected.
had one unexpected. They had one 5 years ago. You know, and I mean, you know, just to put it into some perspective, you know, the weather was that bad. Everest base camp, Lukla, was closed for 5 days because of the weather. 1,800 people were stranded. Our Island Peak group were one of the first groups that was due to fly out, and they were stuck there for the whole time. You know, there was no, I mean, all of our groups had accommodation, food. They were actually stopping groups from coming down from Namche because there was no.
There must have been a backlog
because there was 1,800 people, and there was nowhere to stay. And then the first day out. It was 200 people got out on the first day, and all of ours managed to get out on the first day. So, yeah, it was. It's
an interesting time going on.
It is. And like what I don't know what we can do in the future for it, but Annapurna. You know, is a great option for people. So if you are thinking of, you know, going out to Nepal, I mean, if, you know, obviously, like we've always said this to people, don't we? If people want to go trekking in Nepal and don't have Everest base camp on their bucket list, they just want to go and experience Nepal. Then why you don't need to go to Everest base camp?
No, you don't. No.
You know, there are other options for you.
To see and do.
There's plenty to see, plenty to do.
I think one of the things that keeps coming back to me really is it's true for any mountainous area. But imagine, you know, Nepal is the highest mountainous area in the world, but any mountainous area, the weather is in part unpredictable always.
Yeah. And
the issue I think for us. You said, what can we do about it? But I think the issue for us is we can do nothing about the weather. So we do have to, in whatever way possible, put up with the weather, either be equipped, which we always are, to go through most of it. But when it's severe, I think the normal itinerary just can't apply anymore. And it just doesn't. And no amount of frustration on anybody's part is going to do anything about that. And it's just how it is. And that is part of being in the mountains. It's part of
adventure travel.
The discipline. And I just want to say something. 2 years ago, as a group, they might be watching some of them, in the Sahara, they wouldn't think so. We're walking through the desert, nice, sunny, you know, it's in October, November. But we had a sandstorm. And that sandstorm, you know, wanted to fill the tents. It wanted to fill all my clothes everywhere. It didn't last for long, but it certainly added a 2.5 hour, 3 hour challenge to that. So that's adventure travel. And that's, for me, that's part, I don't seek it, but it's part of the joy of it.
Yeah. And I think the other thing as well is you know, we do always say this to people in terms of, you know, you need to be prepared for it, but also as well, like not everywhere is the same as the UK, is it? And that's
why you go.
That's why you go. Exactly that. But that is also part of the problem. And you know, and I always say to people, like British people, we're impatient.
Yeah.
Like we expect everything now.
Yeah.
You know, and when you go to Nepal or you go to Tanzania, you go there on Nepal time or you go on Tanzanian time. Yeah. Like they're not as, you know, if something says 6:30, Is it going to happen?
Ish.
Like, and that's kind of
you have to get into it. I think as treks go on, I think people do get into it, but at the end, when people are tired and have done a lot and really challenge themselves, it is difficult. I understand that psychologically to put up with big delays when you just want to get back and rest, but it is part of the territory.
And also as well, I think, you know, the other thing is look around you. Like everybody else is in the same boat as you are, you know. And I mean, it just so happens that I got back from Annapurna base camp back to Kathmandu, and you know, I was in Kathmandu when all this was going on, so at least I was kind of on the ground in
yes,
Nepal.
you're around.
But you know, there was 1,800 people trying to get down from Lukla.
Yeah,
like, and there was 200 flew out in one day.
Okay, we did our best.
Yeah, what more can you try and do? And so, you know, those are the key things. Those are the key things to think about when you are, you know, going to Nepal, Everest Base Camp. You know, Lukla can be a difficult position. I mean, like spring season this year, we had no issues at all. It went amazingly well.
Yeah.
And then obviously we thought we were going to get away with October, November.
But that, like we say, that cyclone came out of the blue. It should have happened earlier in the season when monsoon time, and it didn't.
Yeah, came in from the Bay of Bengal,
and that's it. And went over Everest and then dumped on everything.
Yeah. Few hellos. Katie Lismore saying hello to both of us. Hi, Katie. Candice would like to go back to Nepal. I mean, Candice was on the Annapurna Base Camp trek with me. She has done Everest Base Camp, Gokyo Lakes. And now she's saying she wants to go back and do the Annapurna circuit with Dave.
Yes.
So, and then Rowena, who was on the Sahara with Dave, is looking forward to the Annapurna circuit in 2027.
That's that'll be old Dave. That'll be old Dave.
You're going to be around that. And then Alex has asked, and Alex was also on Dave's Sahara trip.
Yeah,
just come back.
Right,
He's put any plans on Namibia, and yes, there are some plans for Namibia at some point. So just keep.
Can I go to?
Fabulous. If you've got any questions on any of our trips, then please do put them in the comments and we will get round to answering them. I'm not quite sure if we are still on Instagram or not, but if we are, I will just bring up Instagram to see if we are there. I need to give a quick reminder to people that obviously we are coming up to what are we coming up to? We're coming up to Thanksgiving. So that kind of means that this weekend is Black Friday. And for many years, we've done a Black Friday offer. And this year is no different. But Tom is going to put a link into the comments in a minute. And that is to sign up for our priority list. Because our priority list launches on, tomorrow, actually, Thursday. So at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, for those who are on the priority list, you get to see the offer first. And the offer we've created this year, there are only 100 of the offers available. And just to give you, I mean, I'm not supposed to do this, but just to give you a little sneak peek, part of the offer for this year is that somebody 1 in the 100 is going to get their trip for free. So we are going to do a draw, and whoever we pull out the hat will get their trip for free and won't end up paying for it. So that's why we've put it to 100. You've got a 1 in 100 chance of not paying for your trip. And yeah, that's part of the offer. There is more to the offer as well, but I just thought I'd give you a quick teaser in there. So if you are not on the priority list and you are thinking of booking a trip, then Thursday is great to get onto the pre-sign up. And the offer lasts until Tuesday, because obviously Tuesday is always Travel Tuesday. But if we've got rid of the 100, then there won't be anything to get on Tuesday. So that's why we've got the the priority list. And I think there's quite a few people on the priority list so far already. So if you're not on it, then the link is in the comments there. So get yourselves on it now. And get ready for that offer to hit your inbox tomorrow morning and get a trip planned for 2026 or 2027. The offer is across all of our trips. So it doesn't matter which trip it is, which date it is, there is a deal on every trip. And there are other offers thrown in there as well. So, I mean, we've got about 5 minutes left before we need to turn this live off. So if you've got any questions on any of the trips, then now is the time to ask them. But also as well, if you're watching this on catch up and you write in the, you can still write in the comment, and one of the team will pick it up and they'll come and answer the question for you as well. Ollie's asked, apart from Machu Picchu and Aconcagua, where else in South America would you like to go? I'd go anywhere except Venezuela. It's probably a wise move at the minute. I mean, next year I am going to Ecuador and the Galapagos. You were in Costa Rica not that long ago.
No, yeah, and off to Atacama Desert,
and they're off to Chile and Easter Island. That is my favorite trip. If you've ever listened to the podcast or you've ever listened to me speak, then Chile and Easter Island always ticks the box for me as my favorite ever trip. I was due to go in January, but Dave's taken the trip off me and he's heading out there instead. I mean, it would be very interesting to hear his opinion and see if that gets to the top of his list as well. And I'm sure we'll have a conversation.
We will when I get back
at the end of January when you get back from that one. But I'm kind of a bit gutted. I'm not heading out there.
I know you're busy with other things.
But we've got some great trips next year, new trips as well. Obviously, we're both heading off to the Maldives on the liverboard scuba diving with a great group. And then Ollie's just put his Africa bucket list is somewhere like Mozambique, Botswana, places like that.
Oh yes,
we are looking at a Botswana trip as well. Beautiful. So Namibia, Botswana, they're both being looked at the minute. But
Victoria Falls, all that.
Yeah, finishing Vic Falls. Yeah, maybe a bit of rafting while we're there, because once you're there, you've got to.
I think I better take that one.
Yeah. So we've got the liverboard trip. Me and you are both doing that one. Looking forward to that. We've got a great group heading out on that one. There are still a couple of spaces, so if there are any scuba divers out there that want to come and join us on the bucket list,
it's going to be great.
On the bucket list boat, then there are still some spaces left on that one. We're both doing the Adventure Spain trip.
Yes, we are, which is grown from 5 people, I think, wasn't it? To
4 people to start with,
to almost full, I think, again.
Year. So if anyone wants a bit of a short multi-activity,
New Skills Week, isn't it? Yeah, and safe but adventurous, challenging. It's really good, really good.
Yeah, and then like I say, I'm doing the Ecuador and Galapagos. I've got, and then I'm really, because obviously I really loved Vietnam and Cambodia, and Heather's got that group out there at the minute, and they're having an absolute whale of a time. And to hear that they're ready to go anchor tomorrow morning for sunrise, I was so I've got that one again next year, and I've got a big group heading out to that one already, and I know that there are a few people waiting for tomorrow for the Black Friday deal to get that one booked up as well. So well, if there are no other questions, I think we've pretty much ticked off. Ollie's also said he'd like to go to Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan.
Oh, yes, great. The stands are really, really interesting. I've certainly been to Kyrgyzstan ice climbing. And my daughter's going to Kazakhstan to live for 3 years, so I'm interested in not just going to visit her, but going to see Kazakhstan. So hopefully I'll be able to feed, if we ever do something like that, I'll be able to feed into that and help.
Perfect. Yeah, the stands are again somewhere that we need to get a trip out to the stands. And I know Tom went out there and did a recce a couple of years ago.
Yeah, he did Kyrgyzstan. I know.
Kyrgyzstan.
And loved it.
So we have got, things are in the pipeline, but there are only so many new trips we can launch.
Well,
and we we need to sort of think about the trip portfolio and you know,
how it spreads
out and how many people we've actually got to actually book these adventures.
Because they like the idea of them.
I know for a lot of people, you know, they're already booked up for 2027 and waiting for 2028 dates now for quite a lot of our customers. If you were at Kendal Mountain Film Festival last weekend, obviously we were up there with the stand and speaking to lots of people up there. So if you were there, hello again. It was great chatting with you. And then next year we'll be on the road again doing shows around the UK.
Yes.
Because it's really important. You know, we are an online business, but
we are real people.
But meeting people is what we really like, and talking to people about adventures as well. So we'll put a list out at some point of all the different places that we are heading for shows as well. Well, we have reached our 7 o'clock deadline, and there are no more questions. Dave's got to go climbing now because he's missed it for a few weeks, so he needs to get back in there. We'll be back at, well, sometime in December, not quite sure when, but we will...
not Christmas Day.
Yeah, not Christmas Day. We won't be here on Christmas Day.
That's all right.
Maybe Boxing Day. No.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll be back at some point in December with another one. Remember to get yourselves on the Black Friday priority list if you want to see what the offer is. I've seen a few emails pop through of people signing up since we've been on this live call. So it's great that people are signing up. And if you've got any questions over the Black Friday weekend, please don't hesitate to pop us a message, give the office a call, whatever, because that's what we're here to do. And we want to get your 2026 and 2027 all planned and sorted. So you are good to go. Well, I'll leave it there. Dave, you got anything else to say?
No, except see you soon, everyone.
We'll be back, and as Dave's just come back from the Sahara, we'll finish with our Sahara Desert video to give you a little taste of what it's like, and maybe you might want to add that on to your bucket lists. So thanks very much, and we'll catch up with you soon. Bye.
Bye.